Whoa,
Dude, he's off.
On this episode, Big Bronx is in trouble after swallowing seawater in a freak accident at the beach.
That is lung filled with fluid.
That's not good, that could be vomit. Alex.
Truckie dog Lexi is a bit tubby.
Oh dear, that's a little bit too heavy.
And Danny's astonished when she finds out why.
I get her a hamburger with a light pizza. She gets a little bit spoiled.
And it's mayhem when the Shens try to tackle a feisty wombat.
Go, 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 go! Ah! I did it. Yeah!
You make my world a better place.
Come on, there's your girl.
I can't depend on you.
Coming through. Hey.
Oh, he's a big boy.
He's a big fella.
On the Gold Coast, a much-loved family pet has been rushed into emergency after a freak accident.
Bronx was at the beach today
Okay.
and he got a bit boisterous and lunged after a ball and went underwater. Possibly actually swallowed some water and he had a vomit a bit later on and then actually started to develop breathing difficulty after he had a vomit.
And the first thing I noticed is this dog is breathing fast and shallow. It does not look normal.
Alex and Gerado fear that if Bronx has swallowed so much seawater that it's causing him to vomit, the consequences could be fatal.
If they're playing with a ball in the water, exactly, and then they go to grab the ball, yeah, it's one thing if he's inhaled the seawater, but if he's inhaled the vomit, then he's at much more risk of developing something like pneumonia, really, isn't he?
Bronx urgently needs an ultrasound so Alex and Gerado can find out if there's any fluid in his lungs.
That's fine. I got him.
Okay. So sometimes the ultrasound can tell us a lot of information about what's going on. Oh, look at this. Whoa, here we go.
Is that shred sign?
That's shred sign, yeah. So that's lung that is full of fluid. Whoa, okay, mate,
He's
okay.
off, he's off.
Okay, well, that's enough to let us know that that side's not that good. Let me just one last little peek. Okay.
It's okay, it's
one last
okay.
peek, here we go. That's the heartbeat underneath and the thing above it, which...
That is lung filled with fluid. That's not good.
That's not good, that could be vomit.
When you've got fluid in the lungs like that, that's where the air should be. So that means he's not able to exchange gas to take oxygen in and move that round into his bloodstream. And that's why he's probably feeling very lethargic, while he's having difficulty breathing because he's really working to get that oxygen into his lungs, but it's not very effective. The other thing we would worry about is this is seawater, which is high in salt. Now, that means that his electrolytes could be all over the place. And if his sodium level is quite high, that has really dangerous effects on the body.
Let's see what's going on with you, hey?
In Melbourne, it's another busy day for Danny. Her next client is on his way in, and his daughter Chantel has sent a video message giving Danny a heads up about what's wrong.
Hi Danny, I really love animals and one day I'd like to be a vet. Our dog Lexi has something wrong with her paw and I was hoping that you could have a look at her. Also, my dad has been feeding her too many treats and she's gonna need to lose some weight too. Bye.
Oh, that's so sweet. Chanel is such a darling. That video is too adorable. And I think her dad's in a little bit of trouble.
Alex.
Truckie Nigel's been well and truly dobbed in. And he's just arrived with his constant companion, 4-year-old Lexi.
Come here. She's a really good friend. You know, best mate. She comes with me everywhere. You know, we go for walks and runs and comes in the truck. We go to Canberra, Sydney, Adelaide, Brisbane sometimes. She's even been in the pub a couple of times. And so, yeah, very close. Good girl.
Hello, Nigel.
Hey, Danny, how you doing?
Yeah, good, thanks.
That's
hey,
all right.
Lex. How you going, sweetie pie? What brings you in today?
She's actually got a sore on her paw.
Okay.
That she's had for a few days and she's been licking it.
Sure.
So I'd like you to have a look at that if you don't mind.
Yeah, of course.
All right, fantastic.
Now, a little birdie might have told me that Lexi might have gained a little bit of weight?
Yeah, the little birdie's probably my daughter, Chanel. I think she might have dobbed me in.
Yes,
Yeah.
I think Dad's in trouble.
Yeah, good chance. It could be all the extra pizzas and hamburgers with a lot that she has when she's away. Because, you know, we go
probably
away and
do it, Nigel.
on a working holiday, she wants to get spoiled as well. Danny noticing a few kilos, she probably will, because she's fading away to an elephant at the moment. When we go away, you know, we're on holidays sort of thing. Still working, but it's like a working holiday. And so if I get Chinese, I get her a hamburger with a lot. That's in Canberra, or if we were in Glenelg and Adelaide, get pizza. She gets a little bit spoiled.
Oh no, we're going to have to have some serious chats, I think.
I'm going to have a chat with my daughter for dobbing me in.
Oh no, I shouldn't have said anything. Oh dear. All right, Lex. Well, let's have a little look at you, mate. Check that paw.
Good chance I could be in trouble today because you know what vets are like. They want to make sure the dogs eat properly. So, and human junk food probably isn't the ideal for them.
Oh, look, you're going to take me for a run now.
Near Canberra, mobile vets and twins Audrey and Alison are making an unusual house call to one of their regulars.
So do you think Spot's going to be happy to see us today? He's not happy to see anyone. But he may be happier after he fixes his teeth. You never know. I doubt it. Today we're going to one of our favourite places in the world. It's called Possumwood Wildlife Sanctuary. Hi, Alison.
Oh, double hug. I'm so glad you're back.
Rosemary is one of the owners here at Possumwood Sanctuary. She's dedicated her whole life to saving the wildlife. So at Possumwood, they treat a lot of kangaroos, wombats, possums. So when you walk in the gate, the first thing you notice is lots of roos. We've got mothers and joeys, and it's just amazing to watch and see. Hey, where's your mama? And how's our new patient?
He's a bit naughty.
A bit naughty.
Yeah, uncooperative.
Uncooperative.
And it'll be a challenge.
We'll have our work cut out for us today then.
Certainly will.
Yes.
Certainly will. You're going to be the bait. We've got him out the back, so he's ready and waiting.
Okay. We got this.
Audrey, sit down.
Let's do this.
All right, thanks, Rosemary.
Rosemary's got this sly little smile on, so I'm starting to get nervous. Hello?
But it's not a roo that Rosemary has lined up for the girls today.
So we walk to the back of the house, and there's a cage inside a cage. Oh, hello. He doesn't look that bad. So we go up to the cage, and we see a cute little wombat. Hey. Spot not happy. I love wombats. I think they're so cute and cuddly. They look like they wouldn't hurt a fly, and then you meet Spot. Oh, that was lunch. So Rosemary's mentioned that she has seen that there's a problem with his teeth. That's why we're here. We want to give them a good look. So the action plan today is we have to get the wombat out first. Yes, we have to get the wombat out. Now, that is the challenge. The problem with wombats is when they bite you, they actually bite and twist. So they do quite a lot of damage if they get, say, your finger or something stuck in their mouth. Oh my goodness. Oh Lord. There's snarling, there's growling, he's lunging at us. He's just completely turned 360. Oh no! He's going to jump. Come on, Lex. What a good girl. Hello.
In Melbourne, Danny's patient is overweight Kelpie Lexi. But first she wants to check a sore paw that's been troubling the young dog.
Hey Lex, can I have a little look at your paw, sweetie pie? I know you're a bit nervous. Hey, we'll just take it easy. Let's have a little look here. Okay, so it looks like you've grazed that.
I am always a little bit cautious when we see a lesion close to the nails there, because dogs, particularly this time of year, can get grass seed, foreign bodies that migrate into the skin and all the way into the paw, which can be really nasty. They can also get follicular cysts and infections and all sorts of delightful things. So I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything today.
Looks like a little wound there, darling, hey?
It looks like she's just taken the top of her skin off. So she's obviously just grazed her paw on something, but it's healing nicely. There's no signs of swelling or infection. So I think it's going to heal fine. Now we do have to have a chat about all this extra weight Darling, hey, getting a little bit tubby. Bit of fat over those ribs, darling, hey? We've got a little skeleton hiding in there somewhere. So I should, with gentle pressure, feel the ribs just bumping under my fingers when I feel along the side of the chest there. But I have to put a lot of pressure on to feel her ribs, hey? And you do want to see a nice little waist and a tucked tummy when you look side on. We're not really seeing any of those things. Kelpies, being the active dogs that they are, usually at this age, are nice and trim and healthy and terrific. So I think Lexi's been a little bit spoiled to get to this point already in life. The problem is that she's already quite overweight and she's only 4 years of age, so we're on a bit of a trajectory to becoming very obese with time. It's going to have a lot of health consequences over time, whether it's just the extra strain going through her joints. It can cause liver disease, increase their risk of pancreatitis. Lots and lots of different health issues come with being overweight or obese, and it overall reduces their life expectancy, and we want them around as long as possible. Come on, Lex. Let's get your weight. Come on over here. I'll lure you with a treat, darling. Hey? Very food orientated. You sit. You sit. Good girl. Oh dear. Not good, Lexi.
Oh, wow.
It's on that side as well.
It's on the other side as well.
On the Gold Coast, it's not good news for American staffy Bronx. Alex and Gerado have performed an ultrasound, and it's showing massive amounts of fluid in the young dog's lungs.
Okay. Oh, I know it's okay.
Bronx has ended up in emergency after swallowing seawater at the beach.
We've put a pulse oximeter on Bronx. Now that measures the saturation of oxygen in the blood. We like to see it sitting somewhere between 96 and 100%. On Bronx, it's varying between 86 up to 95. The big concern is if that consistently drops below 90, then he's definitely going to need to go on oxygen. 83, 80, ooh.
88. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. 95. He's able to breathe enough oxygen at this stage.
It would be nice to see it staying consistently above 95. It does worry me. Let's put Bronx in a bed, give him a bit of sedation, go have a chat with his family. Hey, he's just a bit nervous. Just take your time, mate. Just take your time. It's okay. Good boy, that's the way. We're gonna go in this nice comfy bed. Oh boy, here's a bed for me. Hop in, mate. Good boy. There we are. You sit down there. Hey, you sit down there, my friend. Looks can be a little bit deceiving in this case. He looks okay. It's only when you observe closely his breathing that you see that he's putting more effort into each breath than he should be, and he's just not quite himself. He's quiet, he's lethargic, he's not feeling right. You just let that bit of sedation take its effect and I'll come back and see you soon. Good boy, Bronx. Good boy.
Bronx's owners, Grant and Shen, have been anxiously waiting for any news about their beloved boy.
Grant, is it? Yeah. Hey, Grant, I'm Alex. And Shanae? Hey, guys, come on through. We'll have a bit of a chat about your boy. So what I can tell you from what we're seeing with Bronx today is he's having trouble breathing there. Yeah. Now, we've put the ultrasound probe on his chest, and what I can see is where there normally would be air in those lungs, he's got some fluid. Yeah. So what we don't know is what is that fluid. Yeah. It may be just the salt water that he's inhaled as he's gone to bob down and get the ball, but it's also possible when he had that vomit, he may have inhaled some of that vomit as well, and it would explain why he's having the trouble breathing.
I adopt Bronx as a puppy, then took him to work with me every day. Comes home and sleeps in my bed. He can't run, he puts his head in the water, he's trying to get the ball, but he misses the ball every time. He's just Gumby. He means the world to me.
Dad's going to come pick you up real soon. Hey, just got to get you sorted out. All right, I'll give you a call as soon as I got some information, okay? And then we make a decision together about you know, what needs to happen with him.
Near Canberra, Audrey and Alison are struggling to get anywhere near a very grumpy wombat.
Do you think he'll jump up?
Spot urgently needs dental work, but first the girls have to catch him.
See, he seems so sweet when he's just sitting. He is sweet when you're just not doing anything to him. We need to do things to him. So Spot was found on the side of the road with his mother, who had been hit by a car and had unfortunately passed away. And he's been angry ever since. We're gonna have to maybe get him to one side of this bin and someone come from behind and sedate him in the thigh. So someone does the jabbing and someone does the distraction.
Which end do you want?
I think you're better at jabbing.
Okay, you can get the bitey
I'll
end.
get the distraction bitey end. You've got to get that needle in like straight away because he's going to be thrashing and I have nothing to protect you with.
The towel.
The towel is not going to do anything. Grab me the broomstick.
Yeah. I'm a little bit scared because I'm really depending on Alison to be very distracting with her broom and just get him to try and bite her instead. Let's go.
Pray for me.
God.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
I'm not feeling confident.
That's-
I'm not feeling confident with this head.
Okay, do you want me to
Give me the towel.
cover the head?
That's not covering the head. I think I can. No.
Go, 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 go.
I did it. I did it. I found the needle, but I did it. Close it, close it, close it, close it. Yeah. I did the needle. But I think it went
Did
in.
you give him the whole dose?
Yeah, it's 0.2. So we're just going to make sure that he is sleepy enough for us to carry him because that sedation is going to wear off pretty quick. You want to give him a bit of a nudge?
Yeah, you go ahead.
The girls must move quickly before Spot wakes up.
Oh my God, he's so heavy.
He's somewhere in there. Quick.
Oh, he's waking up, he's waking up, he's waking up. Oh my God, he's going to get out.
Come on, Lex. Let's get you awake. Come on over here. I'll lure you with a treat, darling. Hey? Very food orientated. You sit. You sit. Good girl.
In Melbourne, Danny's keen to find out exactly how much truckie dog Lexi weighs after hearing about the young dog's regular diet of pizza and hamburgers.
Oh dear.
So 28 kilo kelpie, that's a heavy kelpie. I think we've got a little bit of weight to lose there.
Oh no, darling. That's a little bit too heavy, hey, for that little skeleton. We probably need to lose 6 kilos, I'd say. Not good, Lexi. I think we're gonna have to put you on a little bit of a diet, my friend.
Feeding our dogs pizza and hamburgers is really not good for their health. The reason being is that the calorie load, firstly, is huge. So even just a small bit of a burger patty is like us eating a whole pizza. So the calories is one thing, but then the fat load is huge, and that can set off some really serious illnesses.
Oh no. I need some of this, little darling.
So pizzas, hamburgers with the lot, all of that is going to be off the menu from now on.
Oh my goodness.
It's time for Danny to lay down the law to owner Nigel.
No, Mum. Go ahead, darling. Good job. Good job.
Happy to see Dad, I think, hey? Now, I've had a look at the toe. Not concerned. It looks like she's just grazed the top of her toe there.
Yep.
Just keep an eye on it, keep it nice and dry and clean.
Yep.
But it's healing nicely, so
Yep.
that's good. However, we are a little bit tubby. So she's weighed in at 28 kilos today.
Yep.
She probably needs to lose 6 kilos. So we're gonna have to really rein in all that cheeky food that we're giving her, all right? So I have got this dry food. So this will help you get the weight off and keep it off as well. So we'll start Lexi on 3.5 cups, and that is her whole diet.
That's the whole diet.
That's the whole day's amount of food.
On a diet, darling.
Sorry, my darling.
It's one of those things. I like spoiling Lex, and obviously sometimes spoiling the dog isn't the best thing for it.
Regular weigh-ins, weekly to weekly, is really important to see if you're having any success with your new regime.
Yes.
Okay.
No worries.
How do you think you're going to go? Can you do it?
Possibly, yeah. No, look, I'll have to.
All
Yep,
right. I'll
Thank
give
you,
this
you
to
too.
you, the little gift.
Thank you. Awesome. We'll give this diet food a go. I'm sure that'll work well. And start exercising, fair of us. So probably time we both started going for a run together instead of me watching her run.
Well, you take care.
Thank you.
See
You
you
too.
later.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Lex.
Good luck.
Well, Lexi, no more hamburgers for you, sweetheart. Good girl. Wasn't too bad, was it? Hey.
Bit of a bumpy ride.
After finally managing to capture Spot the Wombat, Alison and Audrey are keen to get started on his dental surgery.
Oh, watch that claw.
Oh, you are not right.
So we constantly have to monitor their heart rate, their respiratory rate, their depth of anaesthetic, because with these guys, they can turn pretty quickly. His heart rate's good.
It's a good body condition.
He's a good body condition considering he's had a bit of trouble eating, so we're quite pleased with that.
Yep, so we've definitely done some damage to those top incisors.
It's quite sharp. I think that's what's cutting his lip at the top. Given how shattered those top teeth are, it's probably the reason why he's so angry, because it must be quite sore. So we'll file down his teeth just because there are some sharp edges there that are cutting into his lip.
Yeah.
Wombats have open-rooted teeth, and that means that their teeth continue to grow throughout their life. Once we get those sharp bits out the way and it grows through, they should be well enough to be able to eat and drink normally again. So as we're using the electric drill to file down those teeth to make it nice and smooth, we've got to make sure that we don't overheat the surface. So I'm getting Alison to just dribble some water onto the surface of the teeth, and that should drill away nicely for us.
He's getting light. Can you turn him back on, please?
So we're just going to keep analysing his depth, and as soon as we feel like he's getting light, we'll put the mask back on for a little bit.
It's vital that Spot stays sedated so he doesn't wake up and bite Audrey's hands.
I've only got a little bit more to do on that side, and then I'm happy. Yeah, it's pretty good. So I'm pretty happy with what we've done today. Those teeth feel really nice and smooth. There's no sharp edges there that are going to cut into his lip when he's trying to eat. So I think he'll feel a lot more comfortable now. Okay. Back to where you were before, like nothing happened. It's so hard looking at him now to think how aggressive
And
he was.
he's so cute right now.
He looks like an angel just sleeping there.
Good night, Spot.
Sleepy sleep.
So it's great that this is now done, so that once he's recovered, he can be safely released back into the wild.
Here we go, buddy. Sleepy sleep.
Morning, Dr. Kate.
G'day, Tim.
How are ya?
Nice to see you.
Kate's travelling from Bondi to the Australian Reptile Park today to help Tim with some extra special patients.
After you.
There's 3 of them in here.
3. We rescued some platypus throughout recent bushfire and droughts. They faced a certain death. We've rehabilitated them, and now it's time to release them. People are fascinated by platypus, and it's no surprise. They're living, breathing dinosaurs. The first platypus was sent back to the motherland, Britain, and the scientists there thought it was a hoax, that someone had taken the bill off a duck, the tail off a beaver, and sewn this creature together. Turns out it was just the Australian platypus.
Tim wants Kate to check on 3 of these fascinating creatures, all rescued from horrific bushfires.
I'm hoping that today you look at the plats and they've maintained a stable weight of about 850 to 900 grams.
Yep.
When they came in, they were 300 grams.
Wow.
Absolute skin and bones.
Wow.
We've brought them back to health over the past 6 to 8 months.
Yeah.
And hopefully, with a clean bill of health today, we can let our first go.
That's great.
The fires were devastating. Countless platypus would have perished. The few that we did find, we intervened and we rescued. There's 3 in this maze. And the whole thing is that they're hard for us to find, which is intended to give the platypus a sense of comfort.
Yeah, I mean, it's a burrow, right?
It's a burrow. Oh, here we go. The best way to hold platypus is by the tail, whether it's a male or female. Now, if it's a female, it's okay then to begin and handle a little more normally and you let the tail go. So this female came in on death's door. She was young, but I think her whole growth was stunted.
Yeah.
And the other platypus are biting her on the tail.
Yeah, right.
Because she's small, she's disadvantaged.
Suddenly, this lively little female gives Kate an unexpected surprise.
Oh! When platypus are stressed, they have a substance. It's disgusting, it's oily and it stinks. It's not urine and it's not faeces. It's made to deter predators.
Oh dear, it's just never ending. Oh my goodness.
I've been hit in the eye before. It's horrible. Can you smell it?
It's like a skunk-like reaction. You know, she's stressed in a defensive position. Ugh, it stinks. Yeah, she's gorgeous.
On the Gold Coast,
Poppy, mate. Good boy.
while Alex continues to treat Bronx, Gerado has another emergency.
It's okay, it's okay, matey.
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
Something's seriously wrong.
I could hear something wrong with her lungs. It sounded like it was gurgling sound. And I called her and she got off the bed, and that's when I noticed she was falling around like a drunk.
Worried owners Graham and Neva rushed the 2-year-old to emergency.
I can hear that grunt. You can see his breathing, so he's like, Ugh.
Juniper was rushed down to us because she was missing for the last 30 hours.
She moves around, she's got a mind of her own.
It was a dreadful experience and we knew it was serious, but a horrible one.
Quick check over. Heart sounds okay.
Gerado immediately suspects tick paralysis. It's crucial he finds the deadly parasite.
Oh, yeah, here we go. Oh, wow. There is a small little evil thing.
Paralysis ticks burrow into an animal's skin and inject toxic poison.
That's in there.
But finding and removing the tick is only half the battle.
Juniper is already struggling to walk and has laboured breathing. We need to get the tick anti-serum in there quick before she becomes further paralysed and may not be able to breathe. It's okay. It's okay, matey.
Oh, God. I've been hit in the eye before. It's horrible. Can you smell it?
Ugh, it stinks.
At Tim's Australian Reptile Park, Kate is checking on some little bushfire survivors.
Have a look at you, little monkey.
Beautiful, hey?
Beautiful, nose good.
One platypus isn't keen on all the attention.
I know, sweetheart. Gosh, she's good weight.
Yeah?
Yeah, I mean,
You can
look at
just
this
feel it,
tail.
can't you?
Platypus, you can tell quite a lot from their coat. When they do get sick, they quite often are not as water resistant as when they're well. But she'll be all right.
Yeah.
Her body condition's great, meaning she's pretty fat.
Well, we've got a little bit of a soft spot for her, so that doesn't surprise me. She was in incredibly bad health, so the fact that she's carrying a little bit too much weight now is okay.
Hopefully this lively girl can soon be released back into the wild.
There you go, sweetie. Go over here. One.
What have you got there?
Male.
Male.
Yeah, 100%. So we can very quickly see the spurs.
Yeah.
I'll put a glove on.
Yeah.
Kate's next patient has to be handled with extreme care.
And at all costs, you stay away from those spurs.
Yeah.
Male platypus carry venom, and they have a spur to deliver that venom. It's on the inside of their back legs, and it's one of the most painful bites or stings on Earth.
Buddy, don't spur me. Ooh.
I know of 1 or 2 people that have been hit. They go on suicide watch. The pain, it's
Wow.
non-treatable. No
Yeah.
morphine, there's no painkiller drugs.
Yeah.
They want their hand chopped off, and it doesn't end.
Let's not get spurred. This male is a total wriggler. He just wants to get away. He will fight to the death if he has to. Okay, calm down. He's trying really hard to get his back legs up so that he can get me spurred, and there is no way that's going to happen. That's great. His weight's been stable?
Stable. So he's at 950 to,
Yeah, right.
to 1050.
Yep.
So you think my thoughts are right? Get these 2 out?
Just hold it for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, that's good. So they can go in. We'll make a plan for a couple of weeks from now.
Great.
I'm just going to put
him back.
Can you please grab her? Yep, I've got him.
The first 2 platypus will stay with Tim for a bit longer, but he's hoping number 3, nicknamed Priscilla, has recovered enough to go back to the wild.
I really like her health. I really like where she's at. And what I would like Kate to do is second that opinion.
Now, what we'll do is have a look at this tail. The tail is a really good way of being able to actually have a look at how thin they are. And by folding it inwards, a bit like you would a piece of paper, you can often tell how much subcutaneous fat is actually in that tail. Great feet, no ticks, no little lesions.
Check this out on the front feet. See where the knuckles actually fold?
Yeah.
Then the webbing, watch the webbing. The webbing extends like a duck's foot all the way out. But when they close their hand, their claws come off their knuckles.
Right. Beautiful. She looks gorgeous. Well, this is great. She's in really good nick.
You happy?
I think she looks amazing.
It's good news for Priscilla.
You're going to go back to the wild where you belong.
What we're going to do is give him some sedation. We got, hey, where we go. Oh.
On the Gold Coast, Juniper is fighting for life after being bitten by a paralysis tick. Gerado is desperately trying to save the 2-year-old.
He was unable to walk properly and also had laboured breathing.
Gerado wants to start Juniper on anti-serum so it can begin to neutralise the deadly toxin circulating in the young cat's body.
Okay, Juniper, you can stay still for this.
Wow.
Good job. Oh, it's okay. It's okay.
Good girl. But just then we have a rest.
Yeah, we have a rest.
Here we go. I know.
Hey, rest.
Let's have a rest. Let's have a rest.
Okay, Juniper's had enough. Time out.
Feisty Juniper isn't making Gerado's job easy.
See if we can do a little bit like this.
Don't look. Good girl.
So we finished placing the IV catheter. This enables us now to administer the tick anti-serum. The tick anti-serum is what's going to bind the tick toxin in Juniper's bloodstream and eliminate it. And this is the stuff that's going to save your life.
Juniper could have other ticks somewhere on her body, but Gerado won't be able to search until she's stabilised.
Fingers crossed, no reactions, hey? Hello, Juniper. Oh, hello.
5 hours later,
we finished administering the tick anti-serum to Juniper, and thankfully there were no reactions. This is amazing. She's up, walking around. She's still wobbling her back legs, but this is great news. The next step is a full body clip where we look for any more ticks, and then after that, it's up to her and just time. Next time I see you, you're going to be looking completely different.
Hold on.
Kate and Tim are now heading 4 hours north of the reptile park to release Priscilla, the platypus.
We made it. The area that we've come to is just on the western side of the Barrington Tops. We've got one last river crossing. This place is not easy to get to, but it's hidden away and that makes it beautiful.
The first job is finding a suitable spot for the young female to call home.
The perfect spot.
The perfect spot. For me, it's really breathtaking to be here. Last year wasn't a blade of grass on the ground. The river was bone dry. There were animals dying everywhere. And to come here now, it almost looks perfect. But it's missing one thing, platypus. Right now, we really just need to find that big pool of water.
Yeah.
And once we do, we'll have our spot to let her go. I'm looking for key indicators. Is the water clean? Is there fresh water coming in? Is the grass green, indicating that we're not just going to have topsoil erosion into the water? All of those boxes are ticked here right now. And that's the exact type of structure that we want. And they don't mind walking up an embankment if they have to.
Yeah, okay.
They'd much rather enter from the water, but this all looks great. Kate and I have walked along a few hundred metres of riverbank, and then with a big halo over it is the perfect spot. The still pool that we've been looking for. There's a natural ford, a rock wall, that's making a dam behind it. Nice flowing current with deep pockets. This is Priscilla's new home. She travelled well.
She did. I can see why this is a good platypus home. It's absolutely beautiful. So now all we have to do is say our goodbyes. Make sure you dig a really, really big burrow and get enough to eat, all right, girl?
She doesn't want to go.
No, I know. She loves it.
Wow. For me and my team, This is the ultimate. All the hard work pays off.
Look at her, just clambering over those rocks. She knows exactly what to do.
I know how much effort Tim and the crew have put into Priscilla, and I know how hard this has been to get them back to this point. I think the rush that you feel when you actually release these kind of animals is exhilarating, and I don't think anyone really understands how amazing it is unless you've been there.
Get ready, because when she goes, she's gone.
There she goes.
Oh, well done, thank you.
So good.
It was a good day.
On the Gold Coast,
You crying, buddy? Hey, what's wrong?
Missing your dad, aren't you?
18-month-old Bronx has swallowed large amounts of seawater after lunging for a ball at the beach. Alex is concerned the salt content could have a catastrophic effect on the young dog.
Let's get this IV catheter in and then we can see what this sodium level is. That's at least the first step. Good boy. You got him there? That's all right, man. Good boy. You're a bit jumpy.
You're all right, Bronx.
I think until we've got a better idea of how bad things are, he's really just got to stay here. The level of sodium in the body changes the way that water shifts in and out of cells, and the most dangerous aspect of having a high sodium is the way it affects cells in the brain. So it can lead to serious neurological issues and even permanent brain damage. Let's have a look.
Here we go.
That's good news. The sodium actually
is not too high.
It's, yeah, if anything, it's a little bit low, so which is not a concern. At least that's one thing we can rule out. Bronx is still having major trouble breathing, and my big concern now is some of that vomit has gone into his lungs. I want to do an X-ray and find out how bad it really is. What I'm seeing here is his airways are outlined.
Wow.
You can see air bronchograms there, and they're outlined because all of the tissue surrounding that is filled with fluid. That shouldn't be there. So we're going to start antibiotics straight away and monitor him really closely through the night tonight. But I've got a feeling this guy's going to need more than that. I think he's going to need oxygen as well.
Alex needs to give worried owner Grant an update on his boy's condition.
The other thing that's of some concern is his body temperature has started to go up, so he's got a fever now, and that leans me towards it possibly being vomit because of the fact that it's an infection and that could be the cause of why the temperature's gone up. Essentially, he's developing pneumonia, but fluids and the antibiotics would be the mainstay of the treatment at this stage. We've got to get him fixed so we can get him home to you as quickly as we can.
Bronx is getting his first dose of antibiotics, and Alex is desperately hoping his condition will improve.
It's here, darling. All right, Mel, if you can just hold on to him. Hey, baby. Just going to give him a little injection just in the back of his neck, just the skin. Good boy, Bronx. Hey, good boy, Bronx. Hey.
In another part of the emergency hospital, Alex's partner Gerado has been treating an intensive care patient.
Oh, Juniper, hello.
2-year-old ragdoll Juniper was rushed in after she became paralysed and was struggling to breathe.
Oh, wow.
Gerado quickly discovered the culprit, a deadly paralysis tick. The young cat has been given a dose of anti-serum and a haircut in case of more ticks.
Oh, Juniper, you don't look very happy about your haircut.
A new-look Juniper is ready to be reunited with her anxious owners.
Let's see how you're going. Oh, wow. Ready to rock and roll and go home. Before I take you out to Mummy and Daddy, I'm going to put one of these collars on, which I recommend any kitty cat wears. The collar does two things. One is it kills ticks, but the second is that it repels ticks, and that's super important because we don't want those ticks to bind at all and inject any toxin. She's super good to go home. Okay, Juniper, let's go.
Owners Neva and Graham can't wait to see their special girl.
You look like a Sphinx, Kissy. We're just so happy that she's come through and pulled through all this. Hello, sweet George.
Where's little Juniper? Where was the ticker yesterday?
Yeah, see where the tick was?
Yes. Beautiful. Thank you very much, Doctor. Thank you.
Hey, matey. You are looking much better.
On the Gold Coast, Alex has been closely monitoring American Staffy Bronx, who accidentally gulped down seawater at the beach.
Good boy. His breathing's better. He's looking around. He looks like he wants to go home. Should we go and take some x-rays? Okay, let's go.
Bronx's breathing has improved, but Alex wants to check the fluid levels in his lungs.
1, 2. Here we go.
It's still there. I don't think it's as bad, but you can still see that alveolar pattern. You can still see that fluid in the airways.
There's still some fluid in Bronx's lungs, but Alex is confident antibiotics and time will help clear it up.
I'm comfortable for Bronx to go home with Grant as long as he's kept really quiet. No exertion, no big walks, and definitely no going to the beach.
Owner Grant is relieved to be reunited with his mate, but playtime might be a bit quieter than usual for the time being.
No beach trips, no swimming, no life jacket for a little while, and really no exercise at all.
Yeah.
Okay, because his lungs just can't cope with it at the moment.
Yeah.
He's getting around fine here, but if he puts those lungs under any stress, it could really be bad. It could be.
Yeah,
it could
that's
make him a lot worse. Now he's definitely going to need antibiotics.
Yeah.
Okay, and he's had the first taste in hospital. So tablets. You reckon you can get tablets down him?
Yeah.
Yeah. A bit of food.
Yeah.
Go straight down. Just like a person recovering, coming out of hospital, he just needs lots of rest, lots of cuddles, and not a lot of exercise. So, okay?
As for Spot, he's a much happier wombat. Now his sore teeth have been fixed by Audrey and Alison, and he's been released back into the wild. Gentle Juniper is now tick-free and being doted on by her loving owners.
Okay. Up your pop, my darling.
And as for overweight dog Lexi,
Where are we going?
the reports so far are good.
Well done. It's almost 2 kilos. You have really pulled through.
Her health's very important to me. She's my best mate. I want to keep her around for a long time.